Hello Andy, this is your Ravindra, Senior Botany Lecturer. Welcome to our channel. Our channel is Avidya's Edu Club. So in this class, we are going to discussing about the most important topic, that is respiration in plants chapter. It is the second year intermediate. So in this chapter, now we are going to discussing about the most important question, that is 8 marks question for IPE, that is the glycolysis process. So before we take up the entire process of the glycolysis, first we need to understand. So what is the meaning of the glycolysis? Where is the glycolysis takes place? And how many reactions is participated in this glycolysis? And what is the 10 enzyme names in this glycolysis? How many ATP molecules released in this glycolysis? So we will discuss all these things in this class. So glycolysis. What is the meaning of glycolysis? So glyco means glucose or sugar, and lysis. Lysis means breakdown. So it means glucose or sugar breakdown. And where is the glycolysis takes place? So this glycolysis takes place in the cytoplasm, and it is the anaerobic process. It is the anaerobic process. We have to remember here, the glycolysis is the 10-step process, multiple reactions, multiple enzymes which are required in this process, and glycolysis, it is the common step for aerobic as well as anaerobic respiration. And this glycolysis is also known as EMP pathway. EMP pathway. So why it is called as EMP pathway? So these three scientists give the complete pathway of glycolysis. E means embden. M means mayerhof, and P means paranus. So these three scientists proposed and give the complete pathway of glycolysis. Hence it is called as EMP pathway. And now we are going to discussing about the what is the 10 reaction in the glycolysis. First reaction is in the glycolysis, that is phosphorylation. Phosphorylation. Second one is isomerization. Isomerization. Third one is phosphorylation. Phosphorylation. Fourth one is cleavage. Fifth one is isomerization. Isomerization. Sixth one is oxidation. Seventh one is dephosphorylation. Dephosphorylation. Eighth one is intramolecular shift. Intramolecular shift. Ninth one is dehydration. 10th one is dephosphorylation. Dephosphorylation. So these are the 10 reactions in the glycolysis. First one is phosphorylation, isomerization, phosphorylation, cleavage, isomerization, oxidation, dephosphorylation, intramolecular shift, dehydration, dephosphorylation. So what is the meaning of the phosphorylation? So phosphorylation, it means one phosphate is utilized. So where is the phosphate utilized? So the phosphate is utilized from the ATP. ATP means adenosine triphosphate. It means 3 phosphate, adenosine triphosphate. From this 3 phosphate, one phosphate is utilized. So how many phosphates will be there? 2 phosphates. So the phosphate is utilized from the ATP. Now ATP change into ADP. Adenosine triphosphate change into adenosine diphosphate. Second one, isomerization. Isomerization means it is the just one hexosugar change into another hexosugar. So I will tell you what is the isomerization reaction in the glycolysis cycle. Third one is same phosphorylation. Phosphorylation means same. Adenosine triphosphate change into adenosine diphosphate. And fourth one is cleavage. Cleavage means breakdown. Next isomerization. Sixth one is oxidation. Oxidation means oxygen required, hydrogen is elimination or remove. That elimination or remove hydrogen is taken by ADP. Sorry, NAD. NAD. So oxidation means oxygen required, hydrogen is elimination. That elimination hydrogen is taken by NAD. NAD change into NADH2. So what is the abbreviation of the NAD? NAD means nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. So the NAD change into NADH2. This is takes place in the oxidation reaction. And dephosphorylation. The name is tells us. D means elimination or remove. What is the remove? Phosphate. So that remove phosphate is taken by ADP. It is next to change into ATP. So in the dephosphorylation reaction, adenosine diphosphate is changed into adenosine triphosphate. Next, intramolecular shift. Intramolecular shift. It means so the phosphate is shifted from third carbon to second carbon. So this also I will tell you in the glycolysis cycle just later on. Dehydration. D means remove or elimination. What is the remove? Hydration means water molecule. So here the water molecule is remove or elimination. And dephosphorylation. Dephosphorylation same reaction. Adenosine diphosphate change into adenosine triphosphate. So this is the meaning of the these 10 reactions. Okay. Now I will start the glycolysis cycle. So in the glycolysis, what is the main respiratory substrate? That is glucose. So glycolysis first start with glucose. Glucose. Okay. So glucose is the main respiratory substrate. So glycolysis start with glucose. So these glucose undergoes to phosphorylation reaction. Okay, na? So the glucose is undergoes to the phosphorylation reaction to form the glucose 6 phosphate. So here the one phosphate is added here. Where it is coming from? So this phosphate is coming from the ATP. Adenosine triphosphate change into adenosine diphosphate. Okay. So this is a glucose undergoes to the phosphorylation reaction to form the glucose 6 phosphate. Here the one ATP change into ADP. So this is a first reaction of the glycolysis. Okay. Next one. Second one is isomerization reaction. So these glucose 6 phosphate undergoes to the next reaction, that is isomerization to form the fructose 6 phosphate. Okay, fructose 6 phosphate. Isomerization means one hexosugar change into another hexosugar. So this is a second reaction of the glycolysis. And same, fructose 6 phosphate undergoes to the third reaction. What is the third reaction? That is phosphorylation reaction to form the fructose 1,6 bisphosphate. Fructose 1,6 bisphosphate. So third reaction, that is phosphorylation. In this phosphorylation, one more phosphate is added here. It is coming from the ATP. Now ATP change into ADP. Adenosine triphosphate change into adenosine diphosphate. So this is a third reaction of the glycolysis. And fourth reaction means that is a cleavage. Cleavage means breakdown. So These fructose 1,6 biphosphate or bisphosphate undergoes to the breakdown or cleavage. Fructose 1,6 bisphosphate undergoes to the cleavage or breakdown into 3 carbon compounds, that is dihydroxy acetone phosphate, dihydroxyacetone phosphate, and another compound is, that is glyceraldehyde 3 phosphate. Okay, fructose 1,6 bisphosphate undergoes to the breakdown or cleavage. It breaks down into 3 carbon compound, that is dihydroxyacetone phosphate and glyceraldehyde 3 phosphate. So this is a fourth reaction of the glycolysis. And fifth reaction, what is the fifth reaction? Isomerization. So in this isomerization, dihydroxyacetone phosphate can undergoes to the next same isomerization reaction. It converted into one more glyceraldehyde 3 phosphate. Already fructose 1,6 bisphosphate break down into dihydroxyacetone phosphate and glyceraldehyde 3 phosphate. Again, the dihydroxyacetone phosphate also can also converted into one more glyceraldehyde 3 phosphate. Okay, so it is undergoes to the isomerization reaction. It is interconvertible. So it is the fifth reaction of the glycolysis. So already fructose 1,6 bisphosphate break down into dihydroxyacetone phosphate and glyceraldehyde 3 phosphate. Again, dihydroxyacetone phosphate also can also convert it into one more glyceraldehyde 3 phosphate. It means here the two glyceraldehyde 3 molecules. So it means two molecules of glyceraldehyde 3 phosphate will be formed. Okay. Next. So these glyceraldehyde 3 phosphate undergoes to the next. What is the sixth reaction? Oxidation. Oxidation. So I already told you, oxidation means oxygen required hydrogen is elimination or remove. So that remove hydrogen is taken by NAD. NAD plus change into NADH2. So nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. It is the abbreviation of NAD. So how many molecules is participated in this reaction? Already glyceraldehyde 3 phosphate also participated in this reaction, and dihydroxyacetone phosphate can also convert it to one more glyceraldehyde 3 phosphate. So totally two reactions is participated in the glycolysis. So here the two reactions is participated. So I will write here 2 NADH2. Okay, NAD change into 2NADH2. So glyceraldehyde 3 phosphate undergoes to the sixth reaction oxidation to form the 1,3 bisphospho 1,3 acid. 1,3 bisphosphoglyceric acid. Okay, so in this sixth reaction, one inorganic phosphate is added here. Where it is coming from? So this inorganic phosphate not coming from the ATP. So this inorganic phosphate is coming from the inorganic source. Okay, this is the sixth reaction of the glycolysis. Next, 1,3 bisphosphoglyceric acid undergoes to the seventh reaction. What is the seventh reaction? Dephosphorylation. So 1,3 bisphosphoglyceric acid undergoes to the dephosphorylation to form the 3-phosphoglyceric acid. 3-phosphoglyceric acid. Okay. So in this dephosphorylation reaction, ADP, adenosine diphosphate, change into adenosine triphosphate. So how many reactions participated? Two reactions. So 2 ATP will be formed. Next, 3-phosphone. This is a seventh reaction of the glycolysis. Seventh reaction. Next, 3-phosphoglyceric acid undergoes to the intramolecular shift. Undergoes to the intramolecular shift to form the 2-phosphoglyceric acid. 2-phosphoglyceric acid. Okay, intramolecular shift means the phosphate is shifted from third carbon to second carbon. So it is the eighth reaction of the glycolysis. Next, 2-phosphoglyceric acid undergoes to the ninth reaction. What is the ninth reaction? Dehydration to form the 2-PEP. It means 2-phosphoenol 2-phosphoenol pyruvic acid. Pyruvic acid. 2-phosphoenol pyruvic acid. So dehydration means water is removed. Okay, removal of the water. Next, 2-phosphoenol. This is the ninth reaction of the glycolysis. Next, 10th reaction. 2-phosphoenol pyruvic acid undergoes to the dephosphorylation reaction to form the 2 molecules of pyruvic acid. 2 molecules of pyruvic acid. In this reaction, dephosphorylation means ADP, adenosine triphosphate, adenosine diphosphate change into adenosine triphosphate. How many molecules? 2 molecules. Okay, so this is a end product of the glycolysis. 2 molecules of pyruvic acid. It is the end product of the glycolysis. So this is a 10 reactions of the glycolysis. First one, phosphorylation, isomerization, phosphorylation, cleavage, isomerization, oxidation, dephosphorylation, intramolecular shift, dehydration, dephosphorylation. So this is a end product of the glycolysis, that is 2 molecules of pyruvic acid. Let us count the ATPs. So what is the end product of the glycolysis? That is 2 molecules of pyruvic acid. And so how many molecules of ATP is released here? One is 2 is here and 2 is here. Totally 4 ATPs. We get 4 ATP molecules. And how many ATP molecules utilized? One is here and one is here. So we can minus the 2 ATP molecules from this production of ATPs. Totally 2 molecules ATP is there. That is, these 2 ATP molecules is called as net gain ATPs. Okay, net gain ATPs, that is 2 ATPs. And how many NADH2 molecules released in the glycolysis? 2 NADH2 molecules. 2 NADH2 molecules. So here we have to remember very well careful. From 1 NADH2, 3 ATP molecules released. Here 2 NADH2 is released in the glycolysis. From 2 NADH2, how many ATP molecules released? Totally 6 ATP molecules. 6 ATP molecules released from the 2 NADH2. Okay, so we add these 2 ATP molecules to these 6 ATPs. 2 ATPs. Totally the gross ATPs is that is 8. Okay, these are the ATPs total. Okay, now gross ATPs 8 ATPs. Now I will tell you what is the 10 reaction in the glycolysis one by one. 10 enzyme names. The first enzyme name is hexokinase. Okay, so the glucose undergoes to the phosphorylation reaction in the presence of hexokinase to form the glucose 6-phosphate. Second enzyme name is isomerase. Okay, glucose 6-phosphate undergoes to the isomerization reaction in the presence of isomerase to form the fructose 6-phosphate. Third one is next phosphofructokinase. Phosphofructokinase. Okay, so this is the third enzyme name. Fourth enzyme name. So fructose 1,6 biphosphate undergoes to the next cleavage in the presence of aldolase enzyme. Aldolase. Fifth enzyme name is isomerase. Sixth enzyme name is glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate dehydrogenase. Glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate dehydrogenase. Seventh enzyme name phosphoglycerokinase. Phosphoglycerokinase. Eighth enzyme name is mutase. Ninth enzyme name is enolase. Tenth enzyme name is pyruvic dehydrogenase. Pyruvic dehydrogenase. Okay, these are the 10 enzyme names in the glycolysis. So this glycolysis process is most important 8 marks question for IPE. Okay, thank you for watching, sir. Please subscribe my channel.